call the meeting to order for the Newbury Historical Commission on July 11th, 2024. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Everybody can review your minutes.
So there's one little technicality here in the schoolhouse windows section. It said that the request for quote will be sent out on Friday. It technically cannot be a request for quote because the town has not voted the money yet. So it is a requirements document.
Oh.
You can make that change.
Okay.
In a convoluted world of spending taxpayers' money.
The very long-winded way.
It is.
Where is it? I'm sorry.
Discussion number 2, schoolhouse windows.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Requirements document.
And I'm changing RFQ to,
Requirements document. Other than that, it's good.
I haven't seen it. Okay. Do we accept the meeting?
So you entertain a motion.
Entertain a motion to accept the changes.
Accept the minutes of the meeting as amended.
Okay. This is why I never remember.
I move that we accept the minutes of the June 13th meeting as amended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, see? Thank you.
There's a little book that tells you how to do this.
I know, but my brain does not retain any of that. Awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, treasurer's report?
Okay. Did everybody get a copy of the treasurer's?
Yep.
Yes.
So this is the treasurer's report,
The end of the
up
fiscal
through
year.
the end of the fiscal year.
Okay.
So it ends on the 30th of June. And because if you read the first sentence, it says this is as of 27 June information from the town and current treasurer records, because some of the stuff they sent me wasn't, that I submitted, it wasn't in this yet.
Okay.
So whenever they settle everything up, I'll make these final.
Okay.
So this is not final year-end numbers,
Mhm.
but they probably won't be different from what I have.
Yep.
Okay. And, okay, so I think the most interesting thing here is that we have $480 worth of deposits from the school box over the
Really?
last fiscal year. It's
great. That's a good year.
Yeah. And then so once I got the final invoices on the porta potty here,
Mhm.
I knew what I had left. And then I went out and bought all new stuff with the handouts. And I also replaced our A-frame, which is
Yep.
any kind of pattern.
Yep.
And this is what I'm proposing to print. It'll be 2 by 3 feet, and I'm getting it laminated.
Okay.
So it will last.
Good.
And one on each side. And between that and, okay, I owe you some. So if you read up the details in here, between the porta potty, the printing we had done, the fire extinguisher that we brought to the school, and a few other things, we have $14.01 left from our $1,800 annual budget. The gifts and donations with the 480 deposit has brought that number up to $2,557.65. And the special fund hasn't been touched throughout the year. It's $3,456.67. That leaves us with $6,028.33 total in cash. And I haven't received my information from the town yet on our 2025 budget. But unless Shannon asks for more, it'll be $1,800. So I won't know that till they close out the year. The next report will assume, again, on this portion, will assume that we have that moving forward. So that's our treasurer's report.
Right, so I entertain a motion to accept the treasurer's report. I'm sorry, yes,
I move that we accept the June 2024 year-end treasurer's report as written.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
So this is kind of a draft.
Yep.
We can't close the year out until I get the information from the city and the town.
All right, website report. I'm up. So our website, I don't know if anyone else noticed, has been downloading because IT guy went to switch it from the Illuminate, which was the server, I guess, to a more secure server, and it has not been put back. So we noticed on Saturday, Eva noticed, somebody mentioned it to her, and I reached out to the IT guy. He's like, "Oh, I'm working on it, it's great." So this morning, I checked again, and I'm like, "Oh, it's still not up." So I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "I'm working on it." I was like, "All right." So hopefully that gets moved over quickly, but I guess it took a little bit longer than we assumed, which is unfortunate.
But it'll be secure.
Well, that's the whole thing. He's trying to make it be, that was what was it, at least 10-year-old website or something, and that's like ancient times for the websites.
Probably older than that.
I was gonna say, I'm not even sure, maybe longer. And then one of that, I was on Facebook and I noticed, just trying to figure out, it was like a restoration company mentioned he was going to be working on the project. There was pictures of the schoolhouse.
Yeah.
Do you have any, I was like, was that a window guy or something? I was trying to think, I'm like, how did what project is he working on? So I wanted to ask anybody if anybody had any idea about that. I'd like to look on my phone real quick.
A restoration guy, I'm sorry.
Let me see if I can
Do that
see
again?
it. I follow all these restoration pages,
Oh,
local
okay.
pages,
Yeah.
and somebody posted a bunch of pictures of the schoolhouse saying they were excited to be working on a project.
Oh, yeah, it's an old Bostonian probably.
That's what it is.
That's probably where she got that.
100%, that's who it is.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's the
Okay.
Windows project.
But I mean, maybe I saw that on Facebook and I was like, huh, what? And I was like, interesting, we'll bring that up at the meeting. Okay. So that's it for the website. We're not online at the moment and he's working on it, which is unfortunate.
At least you didn't leave it for you to work on.
No, I know, and that's,
You got help now.
I know. I noticed over 4th of July weekend, so I said to Eva, I was like, well, I don't think anything's gonna happen until everybody gets back from the weekend, so
Yeah.
hopefully, but here we are. Correspondence.
Do you want to talk about the Little Green?
There's nothing, we're meeting on the 22nd, and we haven't met since our last meeting. Since split.
Nothing updated, yeah.
I sent an email to Essex County Heritage, Essex Heritage, and we now have new Sales and Trails lawn signs.
Oh, good.
The young lady I talked to sent me an email right away, and she said we could meet up. She happens to be coming by, not that far out of Ray, so she left him here tonight because I told her we were having a meeting
Oh,
here.
good.
So we now finally have Trails and Sales back again, so that's good, thank God. I don't know, I told her, I said they just disappeared.
People just probably just grab them and then put them closer to their houses or something.
That's
You
what
know
I
what
mean, but I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
You know.
I just know how people are.
Pick them down before it's over this stuff.
We should write somewhere on the,
Disappear.
you know, like schoolhouse sign or something, just so if we see them in somebody else's yard, we know who the culprit is.
Property of the town of Newbury.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we have little stickers, please notice. We got an email from Cheryl Kay. She does a one-woman historical performance on, but it's benefits our neighbor's table. And it's Queen Elizabeth II, her life and times and stuff, but she sent us a thing. There was an article in the paper on Time Marches On. I don't know if you guys look at the New Report Daily News, but
Oh,
it was
yeah.
I can't get
the
that
First Parish Church, and it was talking about the clock. It's 4th of July, it was its 150th birthday. So it was a really interesting article on, it's our own church. So, but it was very nice.
That clock, you have to see, can that clock be seen from the outside?
It's in, no, it's up in the,
Like that?
bell tower.
Yeah.
So, but it's seen here, because
Yeah.
they took pictures, so it was in the paper on, 4th of July, I guess, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, the big custom house in Boston,
Yeah.
the clock tower?
Yes.
I've been inside of the mechanism. It was
Cool.
amazing.
How
We should
bad?
have never made that into private residences, obviously. My
They're gonna-
dad
they're gonna
was-
flock-
That's what, I was staying,
Yeah,
and it was the
or
next floor up, we just walked
Yeah.
up, opened the door, went up, and Jess and I walked around and looked at it. It's
A
amazing, because it's got
Boston
four
Attorney
faces.
Yeah.
donated it
Such an amazing building.
in 1874.
Back in the 80s, they restored the one in Lawrence. The Mills, this big clock tower,
All right.
and you can see it from 495. And
So
actually, Robert Frost wrote a poem about that
Really?
clock, yeah.
Part of the information, sorry, it's not the 150-year-old clock is not the oldest historic fixture at First Parish, which was founded in 1635, making it one of the oldest established churches in America.
See, that's actually cool.
Its bell, which is sited on the floor above the clock, 5 flights above the stairs from the ground, was cast in 1868 by Henry Hooper, an apprentice and silversmith, to Paul Revere. There's a lot of good information. It was awesome for us historical people, right? So it's very interesting. So we have that, we have this. Oh, I didn't get a chance to really read this, but there's information right now floating around about the tercentennial signs, which are those big, huge signs that are on the sides of the roads. And they were done for the tercentenary anniversary.
Okay.
And because we were trying to get, I don't remember where it is, it's not that far from my head, why it's all going out. There's one down before the bridge.
Yep.
Right after you get into it, you cross over the line. And we could never figure out how to find anybody or do anything, and it showed up in the Masters Press. So I had to read a little bit more about this and see if, because apparently they belong to the state.
Oh.
So, because they were placed there by the state. So
And they maintain them?
Maybe
They
they-
share
that's
them?
what we're gonna try to find out. like-
Nobody maintains it right now from looking
Yeah,
at it,
so
so.
that was it, so.
Where else are they located? There's one coming in Route 1A. Is
Yeah.
there one on Route 1?
I think there's one.
There's another one in Salisbury, right near the church, and right after you get past the square.
There's one on 1A down just over the Rowley line where the old fulling mill used to be at the Mill River.
Yep,
Yeah,
There's one in Georgetown at the site of the Goodrich Massacre.
yeah, right down the street from me.
There's
Oh.
one on the backside of Indian Hill where there was an Indian kidnapping or something there.
Another situation.
Yeah. Those are the only ones I know.
But they're not all, they're not
And then,
all
of course,
the
it's
same,
the-
they're different.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, they're
I
all
know,
different.
I know, I could think of the one in Hamilton, it's like right on one end, like they have them all over the place, so it makes sense that it's the state takes care of them.
Well, the state's supposed to take care of
Well,
them.
right.
Um,
Repaint them, maybe is all you really have to
Yeah,
do,
But
right?
you'd have to
Take it somewhere.
sandblast them and,
Yeah.
you know, do all that. Or probably, you know, walnut shell blast them.
Maybe, yeah. Okay.
Well, what's coming up out there? It's in, what do you, 400?
Yeah, which is right around the corner.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we're gonna let the state know, it'd be nice if they cleaned them up for our 400th
We have some fun
anniversary.
things happening, and it's not a joke. Because we have people like pull it together.
It only gives them 11 years.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it might take that long.
That's 3 more administrations.
we got
Anything can
an
happen.
email about the, One Little's Lane,
Okay.
which is where Becca's house was. And she wants to, this person's thinking of buying the house, and she wanted information from us. And I forwarded it to Shannon at the time, this is like right after the last meeting, actually. And, it's, the area is really owned by Historic New England, is Spinea. And so we referred them to her, to that organization, because it's nothing that we can
Comment on.
do anything on. And we also asked to see, and, you know, what she's planning on doing.
Right.
So we haven't heard yet from her.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You want signs? And that's it, right? There's only one sign. Yep. That takes care of correspondence. So, I
Yeah.
can give you an update from Channing on,
Well, he,
the rock wall.
Rock wall.
Did he give you any information? You had it on Facebook or something.
he sent me a picture, he was gonna tell me to text me more stuff, but I went and visited the 1736 rock today, and I'm purposely not disclosing its location on Markham Road, because he doesn't want public to go down there. Okay. So he's got a picture of this rock,
Oh, okay.
which,
Yep.
lovely marked rock. Like to see his lovely stone.
It's like a regular old rock.
It's a rock.
Yeah.
I mean, how did they?
And he says, for someone with the date names, and there's already a second one on the wall with another date on it. The selectmen have denied my request to appear before the board. They pretty much are fine with the course and instructed to communicate with the town administrator and the director of public of works, which I will do. My overall plan is to ask Jim if we will install the stone in the wall, just to the left of the hydrant somewhere where it's heavily damaged. So he needs to go through the process. Hopefully. Someone in the newspaper thinks it was like 100th anniversary, but I don't know if that makes sense. But we'll see. Hopefully something gets put back in the wall.
Yeah.
One of them.
So what, are they just laying on the ground?
I think one's in storage, and then he has
Oh.
found one up in Markham Road. That's why it's, you know, there's like 2 rocks, and he's trying to figure out which one makes sense. You know, which one should be back in the wall. At least get back in the wall.
Yeah.
So.
Confusion in Newbury Heights?
I don't know if that's like the best update, but at least like
It's an update.
he's working on it. So.
It's not just languishing
Yeah.
somewhere and nowhere.
And then I don't know anything else about the roof.
Last we heard, he was giving James his,
Our choices.
our choices, and we
Yeah.
had picked one of the 2
Yeah.
colors that you held up. and
Right.
That was the last meeting, and this,
We don't know anything else.
I haven't heard anything else, and he usually will tell me if he's got something going on with it, but I have not heard anything about it since, he told me he was gonna get, Tony, I think he was giving stuff to James. The
Wouldn't be
the
surprised if it takes a
samples,
while
so,
to get those and see them.
So were either of those candidates, tiles, or whatever you want to call them, were they brown? Or
Gray.
were they both gray?
Both gray.
no, it was brown and gray on the last round that we took a picture of.
Minutes of last week's meeting.
It's a big discussion.
Unfinished, it's under unfinished business.
Unfinished, number one.
Schoolhouse roof, agreed on the gray color in 2 different companies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nothing
The
gray.
one-
No, what I'm
the one
saying
was-
is, when we were here last meeting, we had brown and gray, and we held them up to
We
see which
decided we
one.
wanted the gray.
Yeah,
Good. That-
Looking gray.
That would have been good.
I took the pictures the guy put on his website, by the way.
Well, it just cracked me up because it was like, I'm scrolling and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, who are you? What project are you working on?
so we're, it's still moving along, so at least it's not stalled into
Yeah.
later, so.
That is.
And we did the money got passed at town meeting, so.
Right.
That's the hardest part sometimes.
So are you ready for Windows?
Yes. let's
Okay.
hear about it.
Windows, I've had 3 meetings on Windows. One was with the window woman of New England.
Everybody knows her, yes?
Yeah, and one was with a guy from the Old Bostonian Restoration in Dorchester. And another one was with James from DPW. I'll give you the sticker shock first. That's the window woman.
Can we discuss this at the
Yeah.
meeting? The amount?
I would think so.
I don't see why not. I mean, if they submit something to the town, it's a matter of public record, in my mind.
Yes, I would agree completely.
Right?
So there are actually 2 different, the window woman's estimate has 2 different ways to go with it. One of them is full restoration, and the other one is renovation option with painted board up. So, let's see. So you'd have to really read the descriptions to tell, which one is done. And we do, one of the things that affects the cost of this restoration is the fact that Newbury apparently does have a prevailing wage law for any project over $1,000. I had to give them the bad news. James couldn't off the top of his head tell me what the prevailing wage was that these people would have to pay their workers, but they're both aware that. So I sent the requirements document out to 4 companies. Only 2 of them got back to me. James said that because the job is going to be over $10,000, he has to post it on something. And I've heard the term 4 or 5 times, and I don't know what it is. I reached out to him and asked him if he posted it yet, and I haven't heard back from him. So this is a real number to choke on.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I see prep like this all the time.
Yes.
That's shocking to me.
Yeah. So that's the window woman. This is Old Bostonian.
Do you have a copy of
Okay.
the quote?
Yeah. Did I give you one of the window woman?
Yeah, no, what you wrote.
Oh, I don't have a hard copy. I might have a hard copy of that.
So I'll need it for the records. Yes, it's on going to, if you didn't just email it to me.
So in theory, do we want to have them do this in the winter? Because if they're going to be taking the windows out and boarding up the holes, like we wouldn't be doing that in the summer, right? I'm just trying to think of because you're going to have to take them all out.
There's a couple of things to consider. One is that obviously the school isn't open in the winter, so that makes it better. But at the same time, both of these vendors told me that their busy time is the winter. That's when people do restorations. They don't do it in the summertime. So if we want to get it, I would want to get it done before winter, before the snow flies if possible. If we have to go to town meeting for the money, that means we're going to have to wait until the special town meeting in October,
Yeah.
which really cuts down our time frame. And I hate the idea of just starting to get in line in October to
No,
get
I
this
know.
job done.
I mean, he obviously has a better quote.
Yeah, well, here's a lower quote.
Yeah.
But they're both, I mean, they both appear to be, I haven't like done the D&D on these companies or anything. We know, I mean, the window woman has been on this old house.
Yeah,
now,
no,
so-
I mean, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She can, that's kind of why she can justify it.
Yeah,
Price point.
right. So anyway, that's where we're at. James was hoping that once he posts the job, posts the requirements, that'll generate some interest. You know, the vendors will look at that and you know, call in and say they want to look at the job or whatever. But I mean, I could continue to look for more vendors online, you know.
I mean,
I told you what I'm worried about.
Yeah,
That we go with a low bid, which means we may get somebody that doesn't know what they're doing.
right.
They'll
I don't think we
follow
have-
all of our steps, but they'll screw the windows.
Yeah, I don't think we have a choice. We have to go with the low bid.
well, I was gonna say, they're not gonna let us, especially if it's almost half. like,
Yeah.
Or, you know, 14.35.
Yeah.
Well, I think there might be mitigating circumstances on some of these things. I mean, this is historic.
Yep.
This isn't like, you know, fixing the windows in this, you know,
And
the library or
if
something.
the way that they reacted to the roof is any indication, the town is committed to doing it right.
Yeah.
So we might have to wait for the meeting. I mean,
We might have to wait for the
Yeah.
meeting. If there's ARPA money available and we can get that, you know, James would be the one to know, you know, what we can do with
I
what we
mean,
can
if we're
get.
spending 70 on the roof and we have 100, we're already over with 35.
Right, but I think to reallocate that, it has to go to town meeting too.
Right, like we can't
You
just.
can't spend any money on it without going to town meeting. But at least we're this far along, we've got a fair idea of what it's going to take to do it. Very interestingly, the window woman was a very nice lady. Her name is Allison, and she was telling me that they have plywood that they put up and the rough cover the rough opening that's painted to look like a window.
Oh,
And they did a house in Boston or somewhere down there that they actually, there was a magazine that was coming to take pictures of this historic house, and two of the windows were her plywood. She said when you saw the pictures in the magazine, you couldn't even tell.
That's this year, right?
Yeah,
So that's an extra 2,600.
no,
Is that what that
they
is?
they both involve covering them up, and they have these
Oh,
boards. And as far as the glass is concerned, I told both of these vendors that we've got someone who can source the glass.
yeah.
You know,
Okay,
yeah, because Jamie's got a ton of glass.
I made that comment. That you might want to put in the RFP or get an understanding.
Yep.
Because somebody told me that when you go to take these windows out, they tend to be brittle.
Yep.
And real easy to break.
But the window woman said she's got an attic full of glass. She said in all sizes. If she has to replace glass, it shouldn't be a
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
The other guy said he would entertain getting the glass from Chandler if,
Okay.
you know, if that
yeah.
is the way we have to go with it, so. So anyway, that's where we're at with windows. Really like to get it before the snow flies.
That's my comment. Do what you want.
Yep. Because the condition of some of these windows,
Yeah.
I'm not real confident that they'll survive the winter.
I was
If we
gonna
get a
say-
big nor'easter blow,
Yeah.
well, that's east.
Oh, right.
I'm
Yeah.
worried about the window sills, too.
Yep.
And if we wait another year on
Oh,
those.
no, I'm planning on going after those this fall. You know, I pretty much know what needs to be done, just a matter of doing it. I'm not gonna do it when it's 90 degrees,
Yeah.
but, you know, I gotta get it started and, and
But I mean,
then it would just be the
close
materials.
Columbus Day, normally.
Yeah, yeah.
We could close to visitors earlier if we
If you
had
got the
to.
opportunity to get it done,
Yeah,
or we could stay open with,
No, but
she
I mean,
said,
you know, it's not like the world will come to an end if we don't, we lose a weekend of visitors.
the window woman said she would do one side at a time, so she'd pull the three, bring them back to the shop, do them, bring them back, install them, then do the other three. The other guy, for old Bostonian, said he'd pull them all.
Oh, wow.
So, and that includes the attic window.
That's unfortunate, because that means we'll have to do all of all of the windows, fixing the,
Yep,
and have them ready, because they'll all come back at once.
Yep.
This way we could do 3 and then do these 3.
yeah, well,
Oh, well. That's okay.
either way,
We'll just have to get more people.
Yep.
Come and help with the windows.
same. And this guy, Anthony, is, he's actually the owner of the company. And he said he would be doing the work himself. That's
Oh.
what,
John was going to do it by himself.
yeah.
So do you know, do the windows come out that way?
They come
Or
out
do
this
they come
way.
out this way?
See, those are stops.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they pull the stops, the whole thing's, the whole slash sides
The
in.
reason I was asking is that means you could start early.
Oh, yeah.
On the thing, because we're not going to be taking that
Right.
framing on the outside.
Well, the window woman didn't mention the process in terms of the removal and covering them up. But Old Bostonian and Anthony said they would pull them from the inside and then they would put the plywood on the inside,
Inside, so we
up against the stops.
Okay.
Yeah, so then that gives us full access to
Yeah.
to the sills on the outside.
Yeah. And you notice that some of the trim on the side, on the outside of the window is coming loose. And
Yep.
it's going to be removed or maybe replaced.
Yeah. Anyway, if I can plug in my compressor, I can glue and tag those pretty quick.
All right, good. Well,
That's where we're at with that.
I'm impressed with the price.
Yeah, on both prices.
Yeah. Well, they're both twice what we were,
Well, we were told to expect $2,000 a window,
that's what I mean.
and that's pretty much what,
he came in.
that's what Old Bostonian came in at.
That's a good point. That's right, because there's really 7.
Yeah, because John told us, figure 2,000 a window.
That's- Okay. See, I gave you my time.
So should
Do
we?
you want another copy?
No, I got it.
Oh, you have it
I got
electronically.
it in my comment.
Yeah,
I just,
School has to-
I just did that.
yeah. Schoolhouse schedule.
Oh,
Schoolhouse Rock. I sold a book on Saturday.
Did you?
I did.
He's very excited.
The Jack McWillet House.
Fabulous.
Turns out the guy's Eva's nephew.
Oh, whatever. They still count. I had a cute guy come through, like, literally for the last 5 minutes when I was here. What day was it? Sunday? 9 degrees.
Oh, yeah, they always come at 3 o'clock.
Exactly.
Is it too late?
And then he's like, oh, and I was like, come on in.
Yeah.
You know, like sweating, just sitting in the darkness, you know, like.
Well,
we had somebody go by that wanted to come in today on a bike.
yeah, this guy, this Jackman, he was, he's moved out of the area, he's down in, like Rehoboth or someplace. But he was just thrilled with the schoolhouse and everything being here. And just like when he was a kid, you know. Of course, when he was a kid, it was a barn, you know, it was an equipment barn.
DPW.
Yeah. And he knew a lot of history.
Yeah. That's good.
He's a Jack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the family.
What did you tell me to say? It was Anthony's, Eva's uncle?
Eva's nephew.
Nephew.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know, Eva has, that book, Eva has author credit on it, right?
Yeah, I think so, right?
What is it? She has what?
She has author credit.
And she was, you know, given facts or whatever,
Yeah.
being a contributor.
With what she knows, she could write a dozen books.
Oh, easily, right?
Happy July.
Who's got the 13th and the 14th?
I am the 14th.
And they have the 14th.
I thought you did.
Okay.
Wasn't that the phone call we had the other night?
Schoolhouse, there it is,
Yeah, all right.
1 o'clock.
So
Yeah.
Lon and, all right, so I'll take the 20th.
I'll take the 21st.
And you're going away somewhere, right, Tony?
I'm going away, but not until August 9th. And then I'm gone 3/4 of August. Doing my 65th grade school reunion
Whoa.
in Chicago.
I bailed on my 50th St. John's Prep. I'm not going.
No?
We had someplace else that we were already committed to going and it came up, so.
So you can give me the 27th or the 28th. if you want.
You're gonna do them both?
No,
Okay, I'll do the 28th. then.
or
You got the 27th. then.
27th, okay, 27th.
All right.
And that's sort of VP homecoming and fireman's muster that weekend.
Let me see. I'll take
That's
the
great.
third.
Wait a second.
of
When is
August.
the muster?
It's on the 27th.
No, I got it right on my calendar right
Is that on the upper green?
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the 3rd and the 4th.
I'll take the third.
All right, I'll do the 4th then.
Well, I'm wondering if I should.
Or you should, because then
Because
you'll
I'll
be
be
gone.
I'll be
All right.
gone the next weekend and the weekend after.
I'm fine with that, so I'll take the 10th then.
Okay,
You should
so,
put Eva in here somewhere.
so which one do I have? The
You take
4th?
the 4th, and then you'll be gone after that, right?
Well, the 9th, that's it, the 9th.
That at least gets us through the next meeting.
Yeah, I gotta talk to Eva, because she's, possibly keeps
I was
having
gonna say,
more
is that the
problems, so.
problem? I was wondering what
Yeah.
was wrong.
So we were gonna find out today, he's having his third surgery
Oh no,
on the same thing.
she's not healing?
Yeah,
Is
get
it?
blood poisoning in his eye.
Yeah. She's not
So
healing.
he just,
What is it?
his leg, he
His
has,
leg, something happens?
That infection.
Yes, so.
That's
apparently he just,
Stuff.
okay.
No, this
You know, the
sounds weird.
CSOs in Maryland, 70% of the bacteria that
There's
we
certain
deal
people
with
on the
else,
ashes.
on the bacteria,
Yeah.
70% of it is immune to antibiotics.
Yeah.
Great.
So you cut yourself, or you break blister breaks, and you get an infection on your lower,
Yeah.
and if it's infected, you get that stuff.
Okay, so we're good until the 10th.
Yep.
And the next meeting should be on the 8th,
Yeah, we'll fill it in from there.
which should be our
Ice cream social.
ice cream social.
We're back and it's good.
And what day?
The 8th,
September.
August.
August.
Let's stay in August there,
Will you
pal.
be here or will you already be traveling?
If August, I'm still here, I think
Yeah.
the next one.
All right, well then you can come for ice cream.
Okay.
Okay,
You can bring the ice cream if you like.
I usually do, right?
Because you live closest.
I know.
It's the closest
You
rule.
guys drive, right, you guys drive in here, it's all food.
all right, so who's bringing what?
I usually bring toppings. I think I brought
I
toppings
usually
every
bring
year.
drinks, I'll bring drinks.
And we start at 7?
You think we should start a little earlier?
Yeah, like
with the ice cream?
6:30 or something, so we have ice
Okay.
cream.
Yeah, 6:30.
Rich beverages.
As long as I can plug in that blender.
Huh? Make it all lemon.
Margaritas, no.
I can't drink citrus.
Oh. No lemon in your bloody Mary then.
I'm just made it easy.
No?
Do you know what you'd like to bring for the
Just gonna have to give us
meeting?
straight whiskey.
Tequila.
Dawn,
Huh?
what would you like to bring to the meeting?
You're gonna bring ice cream?
He's bringing ice cream.
Bringing the ice cream? Okay, just making sure.
She's locking me down.
I just go here, all I hear is the fan, the serious.
Okay, and
I'll
I'm,
get you one of those. the
Ear
whiskey
trumpet.
Ear trumpets?
Yeah.
What?
Well, it doesn't work at all.
Really? Oh.
No,
I'll
that's-
bring whipped cream, I guess, as well.
That works.
The deaths are 6th grade.
Oh, sorry. Like fall in water or
Took
something?
a year before I didn't even know it.
Okay, let's not dissolve them into, should
I know,
be
top.
Called my
Charlie's.
mom up, said, you know, your son can't
Never
hear
thought.
on this right here.
All right, other unfinished business, things that we always talk
Don't
about
get
and then push down the road. So I have not gotten the schoolhouse and mattress or anything. Anybody else? I feel like it's like a ball thing. You work on the computer inside.
Okay, so I guess
have lots of old pictures.
Do you have anything else, Lauren? Do you have anything you'd like to discuss before we close out?
Just that.
I'm stealing this.
I'm gonna order it.
I say go for it.
Yes.
Can you reprint this?
Hmm?
Can you reprint this?
She's keeping it
And I
for
need it for
file.
the minutes.
Oh, I see.
So you could entertain a motion to adjourn if you want.
I will do that. I'm gonna entertain a motion to adjourn
I move that we adjourn.
at
I'll second it.
7:54.
All in favor?
Aye.